Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we are going to step back into the confines of the National Lighter Museum in Guthrie, Oklahoma, which Ted Ballard is currently trying to sell. I hope that you guys aren't tired of searching through these showcases, because we're going to do that quite a bit more in this video, though we are going to listen here in a moment to Ted talk about some lighters that I'm willing to bet some of you have never even seen before.
Make sure and get a shot of these carbides. How much are you wanting to get out of all of those? And are you wanting to sell them all together?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to break them up.
Now, these function by dissolving some kind of chemical tablet in water and then lighting that, and then that wick on the front is just running like a perpetual.
And the smoking, see, he's got a tray underneath him here. That's a cigar tray. And he's a soft shoe, but the one that danced with Shirley Temple, see, he's a soft shoe. And I call them sand dancers. You know, they put sand on the floor.
I've never heard that term before.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the type of dancing, the soft shoe?
Yeah, soft shoe sand dancing.
You didn't bend down there, though, and light your cigar or cigarette or whatever straight off of the cigar or pipe or whatever it was in the figure's mouth. You lit a cedar plank and then lit your cigarette or pipe off of that.
See, he carries sticks. All that is to pull the stick off and put it in his mouth, or down here in his pipe. He should have fire coming out of his pipe down here. Flame. I can't feel it, but it's supposed to be there.
You use the stick with the flame?
Yeah, you pull the stick and put it in the fire, and then light your pipe. They're pipe lighters. And this guy here, you see, this is Patak, General Patak. Now, if you don't know who General Patak is, he's the Frenchman that turned Paris over to the Nazis.
Okay.
And what it was, he had made a deal with them. What history don't tell you is the Nazis never started sacking those art galleries and whatever, and Versailles and all that, from the deal that he made with them. So I don't know what kind of a deal he made, but they never started. Now, don't misunderstand me. The Nazis were stealing everything they could get their hands on in art, but they didn't bother Paris. So what in the hell happened, huh?
They didn't take from there like they did other places.
Well, not at that particular time.
We're going to get a nice look here at several hound dog strikers, several other strikers too, some pipe rests, some touch tips, some really nice Ronson stuff, and other, looks like cigarette dispensers, maybe some ashtrays. I don't know anything about pipe rests, but some of those look like they could be very handy. I didn't think at the time to ask Ted about prices on those. There's a lot of really cool supplies, display cards of actual lighters, wicks, flints, all kinds of, there were even some disposable lighters there on the wall. It looks like disposable stuff, some of that there in that very last case. But some of this, like the Ronson wicks, that was really cool to me. And then look too at the Bentley butane refill there on the right. Those are what the Bentley pipe service automatic lighter that we converted over to a petrol lighter. That's what you would need to make that lighter work as a butane lighter. I don't know if those old tanks are good enough to hold the fuel. I have a Dunhill bottle in there that's still got the fuel in it, and it was some kind of cheap looking metal. I've also had some of those blue Ronson small torpedo looking little tanks that are refills. Those don't seem to lose fuel over time, as I've had a few of those over the years, and they appear to be heavy, like there's still gas in them. They don't feel empty. I know they're a heavy gauge metal, but I believe they still have gas in them. We're going to listen to Ted talk again here about the Guinn lighter that he acquired from the estate or the family of the inventor.
That's the one I got from the family. That is the hotel model that he was working on when he died. And I don't think they said he never got to go out and sell them to the hotel people.
There were other stands there in addition to the Pullmans that he showed me and the S.E. Guinn hotel model. There was one that looked very similar to the two that I have that have the Myco electric lighters, that one right there. But it was obviously different, had glass ashtrays in it, but it was a similar style as those Art Deco, I think 1920s and 1930s. Take a look inside just this one case here that's on the wall. Look at all those lipstick lighters, bottle lighters, advertising lighters, and then the pistol lighters that were in the case there beside it.
Those are railroad Pullman. These are Pullmans. Look here. You can flip these all the way over on their side and they raise back up.
Ah, okay.
These are Pullmans. You know, collecting is a disease. You know it.
It's a shame that Ted couldn't find a buyer for his whole collection. And remember, he is still wanting to sell the National Lighter Museum website domain, along with all these framed displays. You guys make sure and give Ted a call. You see anything there that interests you? His number was on the first video. This was number 3. I'll go back and edit them in such a way that it'll be obvious that the 3 of them go together. Until next time.